It's 12:50. And we're headed to 7-Eleven walking. We got Sophie up there with us. We're gonna drop her off at the daycare here in a second. So a long time ago when we first moved here, I promised Layla I would do like a traditional Thai photo shoot with her. So we're gonna do that today. After that, we'll get some breakfast and we'll see how the rest of the day goes. We don't really have any plans, but it's gonna be an off day and we're just gonna be around the town having fun. So here we go. All right, so the 7-Eleven that we're at is inside of this hospital. Yeah, it's pretty busy, this little area. But just letting Sophie pee real quick before we stuff her in her bag, call a car, and get on out of here. Okay, so once we grabbed our 7-Eleven breakfast, we grabbed a taxi to get us across town because it was a 1-hour drive. Before we went, we stopped and dropped Sophie off at daycare. We ended up picking her up the next day, so that way we wouldn't have to rush back before 8 p.m. to pick her up. There's our aforementioned breakfast of champions. And so yeah, we left her overnight, picked her up the next morning. Driving across town or pretty much anywhere in Bangkok, you get the juxtaposition of architecture with the cool buildings, the cool bridges, and then of course the more impoverished areas, the temples, things like that. It's a very unique place. So we ended up on this side of town to do a Thai traditional photo shoot. This is the shop in which we got our Thai costumes. The closet that they put me in to try these things on was extremely small. And then of course Layla got fitted first. She got her hair done. I think they did a little bit of makeup. Of course she's beautiful as always. And then I had 2 or 3 ladies hanging all over me trying to get the last minute accessories on and handing me my backpack before we took off to the Wat Arun to get our photo shoot started. All right, so we headed out. It was about a 5-minute walk to the entrance past the Royal Thai Navy. And then of course there's me joking around. And then there's Layla looking beautiful. Paid for our entry into the Wat Arun with our photographer carrying the umbrella there. There's the temple. It's very beautiful, lots of stairs, very steep stairs. There's the entrance to the temple, and then there, like the architecture and the artwork on this particular edifice is very, very, very unique and beautiful. So we started our photo shoot, obviously ladies first. The more beautiful person always goes first as well. So he captured a few shots of her, captured shots of me in several different places. He was very good at posing us, and the weather was actually perfect. It was a little bit windy, but the light was diffused because it was so cloudy. And if you know anything about photography, you know that that's extremely important. Diffused light is extremely important for good photos. So yeah, this video is going to mostly focus on Layla. She looks great. She literally looks like a porcelain doll, like the princess of the temple. And there I am, pretending to look cool, calm, collected. So I think once we started going up the stairs, which again were really steep, that's where it got a little bit more windy. And it was a lot more crowded, so we had to work around a lot of people. Yeah. They were doing a ceremonial prayer. A couple more shots of the temple from just outside of it while we walk to our next photography spot. And we ended up doing a few videos here, kind of just strutting down that runway towards the camera. Layla went first, obviously, with the still photos. Then she went first with the video. And then there's me going second. Did a few more shots here. And then we got a selfie, video selfie with our photographer. He was great.
So what'd you think?
Good. I mean, kind of long, kind of hot, kind of uncomfortable. But
Let me see your diaper.
I hope.
Your diaper. Show in the front.
Photo shoot, which took what, an hour and a half, and it only cost us $40 to do, which was pretty cool.
36 actually.
$36,
We
but
tipped him really well.
the weather was really good. It was a little windy, but at least it wasn't hot. And now we're just gonna go return these Aladdin clothes. So after our photo shoot, we decided to jump on a couple of bikes and head to Icon Siam since we were on the same side of town. We hadn't yet gotten to visit that particular mall. Every mall in Bangkok is extremely huge, and this one's no different. This one is closer to the river, so it has really nice views. But first, we started on the ground floor. There was this cute little shop there with a little canal, kind of like the floating river market. That's here in Bangkok as well. And then they had plenty of little kiosks with fried food. So there's fried pigs. We stopped for a coconut because Layla loves drinking out of coconuts. So this guy chopped one up for us. And we were able to sip it as we explored and walked around the market. So if you know anything about Thailand and Bangkok, they're going to have all these little bugs and critters that they eat. And yeah, those were actual fried spiders. There was plenty of grilled meat, so they had barbecue deer, barbecue ostrich, barbecue crocodile, as you can see there. And then, of course, the decoration and the way that everything is put together down here is extremely beautiful. So we ended up going to dark for, it was really more like a late lunch than anything else, but we still had breakfast food. So our host took us through to the outside area to be seated. And we got extremely lucky that we got a side table and couch that were next to the Christmas lights and had an amazing view of that particular landscape of those beautiful buildings across the river. The weather was perfect. It was slightly breezy and very cool outside. So yeah, very nice, perfect day to sit outside and have a meal. So we started off with some coffee. I had a flat white, and Layla had a decaffeinated espresso. She had some eggs with sourdough, and I had a double chicken burger. And we stayed there until it got dark. So it was extremely beautiful at night. They lit up the Christmas lights that were on the trees. They had a hourly water show going on. And then we headed inside to do a little bit of shopping. So we were going to go to the Aloe store. I just wanted to look around. And then we ended up getting Layla a few things. But like I mentioned on the outset of this little clip, every mall in Bangkok seems to be extremely huge. and over the top. There are so many stores, so many levels, but they're all very beautiful and well put together. One thing about Bangkok is the malls are endless. There are way too many stores in here. Way too many levels, TBH. So once we walked through the mall a few times, we headed up to the 6th floor where there is this beautiful, extremely large, raining waterfall that is inside of the mall. So I think that Icon Siam is popular because it has that inside of it as well. It's very artistic, very beautiful. The decorations around it are extremely beautiful as well. So we stayed there, got a few clips of the waterfall before we headed back down to the ground floor where there were plenty of little dessert kiosks and restaurants. So we went there for one thing in particular, and that was Layla's sugar-free frozen yogurt. So she got to pick the kind that she wanted, and then the toppings that she wanted as well. Scan to pay, and then they prepared that for her at the kiosk right there in front of us. So obviously dispensed the frozen yogurt, and then here in a second, the lady is adding the toppings onto the bottom and the side of the cup and the yogurt. Okay, so as Layla enjoyed her sweet treat, we headed back outside to where all the Christmas lights were, all the decorations out in front of the river, and we prepared to take in the nightly water show. So this is kind of similar to the water show in Dubai. If you've ever been there, you know what I'm referring to. Not nearly as grand, but still a beautiful sight to take in, especially with all the people and all the boats floating across the river. It was extremely awesome to see. So as the water show finished off, we headed back out and wandered around the rest of the little outside market that was here in front of the river. So you can see all the people waiting for their boats to get taken back across or down onto their cruises. But this little outside market had a lot of grilled meats, had some juices, had some desserts. So we walked around there for a second before heading back to the other side where the Icon Siam Christmas tree was. Got a video of that, and then I think we took a couple selfies and a selfie video in front of it too. Once we finished there, we headed back inside to catch a taxi back home. Finally. I didn't fill up the other two? Where are we going? Going back to the same massage place as the other night. This time it was my idea though, because my neck and shoulders are a 5-minute walk. Quick 5-minute walk to a massage parlor we had visited before. Obviously, we liked it enough to come back. I didn't get many clips of the inside as I was trying to be respectful to everyone that was there, and of course was trying to relax myself after a long day of adventures. So if you guys like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be putting out more content like this soon. Thank you.